You say it's raining out. You say there's snow in the foothills. You say your time is limited and you got too far to drive. Well, we've got the perfect single track trail for you. Now, it's not technical. There's no jumps or drops or stunts, but Grand Ridge has a storied place in PNW mountain bike lore, and here's why. I started riding Grand Ridge about 30 years ago when there were only a handful of trails open to mountain biking. Back then the ridge was so muddy I'd go through a couple of wheel sets each winter when the brake pads, which would collect grit and dirt from the mud, would wear through the rim's aluminum sidewalls, and then there'd be a big bang as the inner tube gave way. But Grand Ridge today stays dry and rideable year-round, and it stands as a testament to what true single-track can offer in an exurban setting. Still, there's so much additional trail mileage these days, Grand Ridge often gets forgotten in the mix. I'll go an entire summer without riding it since there's so much available elsewhere. But when the fall rains hit, though, I love Grand Ridge for its great drainage, its reliably grippy surface, its relative closeness to my home in Seattle, and its fitness challenges. The full out and back is a tougher ride than it looks, gaining around 3,000 feet of climbing over a 20-plus mile course. Beyond the stats, though, Grand Ridge just has great memories and associations. So let's go riding, and I'll explain on the bike why it's one of my favorite go-to rides. I typically access Grand Ridge by parking at Issaquah's East Sunset Way parking lot, just off I-90's Sunset Way exit. From the parking lot, you ride back up toward the freeway. There's a big intersection there with stoplights, and you cross over a bridge on the freeway, and then you follow that road to the right as it turns into dirt, and a mile or so up you'll reach the trailhead for Grand Ridge. That's the start of your climb up to the ridge and an adventure for the day.
Hello. Thank you, just me. Have a good hike. Here we have a temporary reroute while they fix the trail. Thanks, guys. This should take care of it once and for all, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if you were out here in February. It was February 5th when this thing was just raging over the top, blew out the whole trail, blew out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I ride a lot up here. This is about the third pass I think they've done. They've tried on this particular section. They expanded the culvert a few years ago, but that got
Yeah, but that was just an 18-inch.
That got overwhelmed.
A single 18. These are double 30s.
All right.
So
it's a 30-odd 6.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And so then this 18, we moved way down on the east trail. There was a little 12-inch one down there. That just got replaced last week. I don't know about that, but anyway, you'll see the
Where's that?
section.
Is that on the climb?
East trail. So keep going east, and then don't head up to Grand Ridge. Stay down like you're heading towards down towards I-90.
Back down, yeah.
Yeah. It's on that trail, that side hill. There's a little 12-inch culvert that was way undersized, and it actually kind of blew out last year too. So that just got replaced last week with this. Took this aluminum pipe and put it in there.
Put it in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Recycle. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We're
nice.
using it within the whole job site. That's right.
Cool. All right.
Yep. This is all FEMA's paying for all this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the floods.
Is that right? It's county though, right?
King County. We're all King County Park. Yeah. How you doing?
Well, great. Well, keep up the great work.
So yeah, one thing to keep in mind is that this video was taken after 4 straight days of rain. So you'll see some puddles here and there, but basically the surface is still pretty tacky. Still a lot of grip to it, which is one of Grand Ridge's primary strengths.
So, yeah, here's another example of how well maintained this trail is. That was two blocking trees. And man, they were in there the same day, took them out. You don't even know they blocked the trail. Everything's clear. This is a flowing fir loop. And as you can see there on the north side here, there is more standing water. It tends to stay a little wetter, but still good. Here we have the intersection with the Spruce Coaster Trail. This is the newest trail on Grand Ridge. And it's a nice little flow trail. Not very long. It's almost all downhill. And you can get up a fair amount of speed, but the cool thing is it takes you through these sections where you just feel like you're in the back country. Real remote. Feels like a real forest. So yeah, right through here, this is kind of almost Alice in Wonderland. You got the big tall trees. It's quiet. Ah, the serenity. So at the end of the Spruce Coaster Trail, you come to a T on Lens Trail. You want to go left to go to Duthie. But yeah, this section is called Lens Trail, named after Lenny Francis, who is one of Pacific Northwest mountain biking's true pioneers and a trail builder extraordinaire. Everybody loved Lenny. And one of the reasons it's named after him is that he died on this trail. Heart gave out. A sad day for everyone. He is much missed. But I always say, if your time has come, what better way to go than on a mountain bike? All right, this section leads to another signature point of this trail, which is rockery and USGS Geological Survey marker that, well, I don't know if you can see it, was uncovered a few months ago. And my ride buddy thinks it was because riders coming up were riding around on the right to avoid the rock section. And there may be something to what my ride buddy theory is, that the reason the marker came to light was because riders were riding around to the right to avoid the rocky section. That little rock ledge, a couple little rock ledges, and it's pretty steep. Now it is a gentler ride up to the right, yes. So anyway, once they uncovered it, a King County trail maintenance crew came through and wanted to make it more prominent so that riders wouldn't accidentally catch their wheel. So they took away all the brush around the marker and made it stand out in the middle of the trail. However, unfortunately, it's not quite big enough to give a lot of notice if you're bombing down the hill. So King County came in and put that white stick there to give it more prominence. And it seems to be working. But it is an interesting artifact of Grand Ridge that for years we rode this and never knew this marker was here. fact, Tom Malloy, who's ridden this ridge probably more than anybody, was aghast. He said, how could that be there? I've ridden it thousands of times and never seen it. But there you have it. That's the story of the Grand Ridge Geological Survey marker. So here we have another great artifact of Grand Ridge, the Bog Bridge. This used to be just nothing but a big, swampy, grotesque bog. You had to actually stop at a stump and lift your bikes over and hope you didn't slip and drop into the muck. But King County took care of that and got a great bridge. Ironically, with climate change, you know, it's not really the bog it used to be. It's like not swampy. You know, it's damp down there, but it's no standing water. So, kind of interesting. You have a little bit of flowy section and then Woodsy Park. Here we are at Duthie. It's kind of deserted today. Come on a weekend and there's lots of people here usually. Evergreen is giving a class to kids and beginners and intermediates. There's little structures here you can play around on. And of course, the whole park is a great little skills park. Yeah, not a lot going on today though. Back up to the ridge we go.